Boom, baby. You know what time it is. Boomachino breakdown time. Last night, main event Holly Holm versus Irene Aldana. I thought that was a great performance by Holly Holm, right? I mean, that couldn't have been any more perfect the way that she was utilizing her lateral movement with her range, that side kick that she kept stabbing Aldana with. Every time Aldana tried to get in boxing range, which was primarily her game plan, she got shut down because Holly Holm was able to land a left kick or a side kick or a barrage of punches, like a 3 or 4 punch combo. She just kept luring her into that space and then kind of shutting her down and resetting her and not allowing her to get anything off. I thought it was just she dominated her pretty much, and a lot of people had Irene Aldana having a chance because she just knocked out Vieira, who is another impressive bantamweight, and Holly Holm just kind of made light work of Aldana. So I don't know what you do with her from here on out. I guess you try to do um, Holly Holm versus Jorgen De Castro, who also had a nice victory on this card. So I think that's probably what they're going to do next. You had Jorgen De Castro. He actually lost to Carlos Felipe. That was actually, I think Jorgen De Castro was the favorite, but Carlos Felipe did a really good job of kind of closing the distance himself. We know that, De Castro has great leg kicks. He has pretty good explosive power, like most heavyweights. But Carlos Felipe was like, he's actually the faster guy. He doesn't look as good a shape. He doesn't look like he's in as good a shape as De Castro, but he was the way faster guy, and he was utilizing good boxing and volume combinations to kind of get inside and shut down De Castro. De Castro wasn't as successful with the leg kicks in this fight, so Felipe got the decision there. Jermaine Durand me with a no arm guillotine, man. She had that hand under like this, like a rear naked, kind of pinned it and just put her to sleep. She was doing well, had a couple of near knockdowns, had Juliana Pena kind of wobbly on the feet, and then Juliana just couldn't catch up on the feet. I think Durandamy just has that beautiful piston right hand. She likes to utilize overhands as well. She just missed a couple nice uppercuts. You could tell that was part of the game plan just in case Juliana Pena kind of shot underneath. That's up the middle, underneath, boom, done. But man, the guillotine, I wonder what the prop bet was for that. Because Durand to me, the prop bet for a knockout or a TKO or a KO was like pretty high. It was like plus something, like 200 maybe, 300. I wonder what that submission prop bet was. That was probably like plus 800, plus 1,000. Someone could have made out big on that, but that was a good win for her. Uh they're trying to figure things out in bantamweight, you know what I mean? Because nobody's really giving Nunez a run for her money. But Durand Durandamy probably did the best against her, I would say. Kyla Phillips, Cameron Ellis. Really impressed with this guy, bantamweight, Kyla Phillips. He's like a real well-rounded guy. He mixes things up really well. He seems pretty strong. He's a brown belt. He's technical on the ground. He took the back really fast. I mean, that was really impressive stuff. And his striking, it looks pretty powerful as well. He likes to throw a lot of hooks, but he's got good movement. He's very unorthodox, hard to kind of get a handle on. And if you're wondering, it's a Boomachino, baby. That's what we're drinking. Look at that. A little bit of oat milk, Ariel Helwani style, and we're good. But yeah, Kyler Phillips, he's gonna be a trouble in this division for sure. He's a good bantamweight, decent size to him, good frame for the weight class. Daquan Townsend lost to Dusko Todorovic. He was making his debut, but he was undefeated 10-0. This guy's this guy's got composure, man. That was the one thing I noticed, like straight composure in there, unfazed UFC debut. Great pressure, great head movement, and just kind of like a nice little slow pace to him. But then he unleashes on that boxing. He's got great inside boxing, powerful. He showed it. He displayed well-rounded game. Being able to take down Daquan. I know he's not the best on the ground, but he mounted him and landed very vicious ground and pound. So that guy had a great debut. Um, Prelims, Carlos Condit, man, one of the OGs of the game, actually showed that he's still got it, man. I know Court McGee's probably not the best, gauge of whether you're at the top of the division still or not, but he's a tough guy. I mean, 20-10, he's got a lot of wins. He's a UFC vet, and he's not an easy guy to finish by any means, and he's had good fights as of late as well. But Carlos Condit, man, he put on a pretty good striking clinic. His movement looked great. His kicks are amazing. He's really long for the weight class. Hard to get inside on a guy like that who kicks a lot. I don't understand why Court McGee did not try to wrestle. I mean, he didn't try at all to take Carlos Condit down, and Carlos Condit has shown in his prior fights recently that when he's on his back, he's very active, but he's also willing to accept the position. He gets tired there, and he kind of stays there, and that's a lot of points on the judges in the judges' eyes. So I think Court McGee kind of made a mistake not really trying to wrestle at all, but good win for Carlos Condit. Maybe they'll do like a OG versus OG fight with him next. Who knows, but that was good stuff. Jordana and Cubal went to a split draw. That was a really exciting fight. I'm very high on Jordan. I think his fight against Feely showed that he belongs amongst the best. Very well-rounded guy. He switches stances really well. His kicks are good. His boxing's good. His wrestling is pretty good. He doesn't really finish a lot and kind of out jiu-jitsu guys, but he's good at mixing it up, getting lower level changes and getting inside. But that other guy really impressed me more because he had his debut. He was like a plus 320 underdog, and he was like neck and neck with Jordan. I mean, some people probably thought he won the fight. So he showed a good aggression, kind of like a reckless, aggressive style. But he was, he was a lot for Jordan to deal with. I mean, I thought Jordan was gonna have a lot easier time with this guy, but I didn't really know much about him. I just knew the circumstances, but he definitely impressed me. Jordan Williams, Nazardine Imanov. Imanov really kind of took over in that fight. I think Jordan started to fade. Got rocked a couple times. Unfortunate headbutts took a little bit out of him, and Imanov got the decision. Luke Bunmi, she put on a pretty dominant performance, especially in the clinch. She had great clinch knees, the clinch elbows where you kind of like elbow like that, like really fast like that. I don't even know how they do it. My shoulders are too tight, but she had some nasty ones. One of the high MVPs of the night, Casey Kenny, he put on a brutal performance with those left leg kicks. He had to set a record. The guy was kicking this other guy's body, Haley Elatang, like say like I don't know 25 times around. Like that was ridiculous how many left kicks Casey Kenny landed. It was almost like he was fighting like a punching bag. This guy was just like, all right, keep kicking my body, it's all good, I'm not gonna hit you, just keep going. But that was a great performance by him, and honestly to land that many kicks and keep kicking throughout the whole fight like that takes a lot out of you. So props to Casey Kenny. Definitely has the cardio, definitely has great striking, great wrestling. He's also tough to deal with in the bantamweight division. Luigi Vandramanini on the that was his debut. Beautiful KO to start the night off. That guy made a name for himself right there at Fight Island. So that was the card. That was good. It was definitely a better card than what the paper said. Now I gotta scroll back and see what the hell you guys said because I didn't even look. That's why the questions, they gotta go in the question section. It's a lot easier because I could just go back to it. Yeah, Condit looked good, man. He looked really good. What would a boom breakdown be without a sniffle? There you go. There we go. But yeah, what's up next, man? We got Marias versus Sanhagen. That's gonna be sick. Edson Barboza, Makwan, and Mirakani, right? Or are they looking for a new opponent for Barboza? I think maybe Makwan fell out of that fight. I'm not sure. Did it? Rothwell versus Tabora. This is a pretty good card too, man. Marlon Marias, Corey Sanhagen is gonna be awesome, but we'll get to that next week. Early, probably midweek. Wednesday or something like that, we'll break down this main card. We'll make some fight picks, and we'll do some boom bets, and we'll probably do it on here live. So tune in. I'll probably post something up for Wednesday, Wednesday afternoonish, probably like 1 o'clock. We'll see you then, baby. Boom.